Greetings, everyone. I'm Bryon Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I'm very excited today, and I feel that everything's unfolding perfectly, and in our experience, and that everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen, even if we can't see it at first. But I believe everything's unfolding perfectly for everyone. So, and I wish everybody an amazing day. Today, like as I already said, I'm very excited again because I have another amazing guest. I am so blessed and honored and grateful to continue that the universe continues to give me, to present to me and attract to me these amazing people from around the world with such amazing gifts to humanity. And it's just, I'm just ecstatic. Her name is Elena Adams, and I'm going to tell you a bit about Elena Adams. And she has a quite a extensive write-up here that I spoke to her prior before the segment and said I wanted to shorten it, but it's just so much amazing stuff in here. I want to just get through it. And she's going to help me with some of the words that I might need help pronouncing. So please excuse me, but just listen to all this amazing things. How are you doing today, Alina?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes, let me tell people about you before I let you talk about yourself and your beautiful experiences. Let me tell them about you a bit. So, Elena Adams has been making the world a more beautiful place, note by note, for years. Teaching and performing, she is passionate about both. In 2018, Alina's music studio celebrated its 15th anniversary in Vacaville, California. There are hundreds of students in Solano County and now across the US who have been influenced by her love of music and will sing her praises. Adams began first violin lessons at the age of 6. Wow, I threw that in there. She learned from several European masters while completing music school. Liantovich, is that right?
Yes.
Music college, and
Katsubinski.
yes, state,
Pedagogical University.
yes, you got it. Thank you. She has her master's degree in teaching music, performing arts, and choral conducting. Adams recently celebrated her 19th anniversary in the United States. The native of Ukraine made a musical impact almost immediately. Joining the Solano Symphony in 2002, she served there as an assistant concert master for more than 12 years and currently works with the Symphony Orchestra of Northern California. Again, wow. Before coming to America, she traveled all over the former Soviet Union as part of the Ukrainian State Philharmonic. She also performed and taught students privately and even had a successful modeling career. Wow, I can see. As a certified NLP practitioner, she is also a proud member of the Association for Integrative Psychology. Is that right? Yes. Adams is happy to help with sing or drum the stress away. Wow, yeah. Sessions to those who need it. Today, she incorporates all of her gifts and training to teach students music appreciation, performance, stage, and life lessons in a completely beautiful package. Her recently offered online classes are now very popular between countries and continents. In March 2021, she started a new music project with her violin duet partner called
Empiriani.
Wow, I couldn't have said it any better. That is such like I told you guys, like I told everyone, ladies and gentlemen, such an amazing woman, such an extensive musical background. Amazing. For those of you that know me, you know I love music. I read and listen to classical music often. So I'm very excited to talk to this woman. Again, how are you today, Alina?
Thank you very much for having me as a guest. That's wonderful, feels wonderful, and I'm happy to be here. I'm ready for your questions.
Yes. So let's just get right into it then. What, see, your bio write up already pretty much lays it all out there, but I want to hear it from you. Now, you started the violin at 6 years old. Did you, when did you have this passion for music? I mean, did you already have that passion, or was it something that your parents suggested that you do? Did you already, I mean, how did this start?
My story is very, I think, unique and interesting because I am coming from the family of agriculture engineers, and I'm basically the first musician in the family. Um, in our country, we have different system. When the music teachers from the music school, it's established schools that are separate from the regular schools, go to the classes and pick out kids who are talented in music. So they ask them to sing or to clap and see if the talent is there. They invite them to take exam.
Right.
And so my cousin came from school and told my grandma, who lived with us at that time, um, I'm talented. A teacher from the music school suggested that I should go and take exam. Maybe I'll be accepted. And
Right.
so she took him and tagged me along. And we ended up, he was not accepted and I did. And that was absolutely accidental. No one ever thought about um, music lessons at that time. And then it was time to pick up the instrument. We didn't have any piano or anything. So we decided, oh, okay, well, let's start violin because it's easy. We don't have to buy a big instrument home and
Right.
stuff. Well, at that time, they didn't realize that piano is coming my way anyway, because on the second year of studying, you have to take piano. So eventually, on my second year of studying, I got the piano.
Right.
Uh, I think my passion for music started as soon as I started my music lessons, and it's all because of my first teacher, Yefim Shevstun, who I am very grateful, and I am who I am because of him.
Wow. That is amazing. And you said one thing that I would have to beg to differ about, and that's that it was a mistake that you were accepted and he wasn't. That was meant to happen because look who you are now. You're this amazing musician, amazing teacher, and to let everyone in on it, she's a teacher. She teaches my daughter so piano, and so it's just amazing who you are. And I don't think it was any accident. I think the universe knew exactly what it was doing and saw something in you and knew that once you touched those instruments or that first instrument that you were going to um, just light up and connect with it and then become the amazing world renowned teacher, uh, connoisseur of music that you are today. So I applaud you and I thank you for your love of music and for not only just for yourself but for having this desire to share your passion for music with other people, because I think that's the most important thing. You know, we get these talents and these passions, but not only are they designed to help us, but other people. And we have to share those. And that's what makes, like you said in your write up, that's what makes the world a better place when we're able to share these passions with other people and give them the opportunity to acquire the same passion. So that's beautiful. So how in your write up, you started your school where it is currently when?
You mean my school here?
Yes.
I'm
When did you start this? This isn't your first school. No, is it?
well, I was mostly performing. I had a few private students back in Ukraine, but as a school, I started this in 2003.
Wow. And ever since then it's been going strong.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, and I noticed that you've acquired a lot of students. Now, how did people come to hear about you? Is it just because of your reputation, just word of mouth that just got out there? Because I had heard about you before um, we brought our daughter from a couple of different people. From a woman, her name is Valerie, Australia. Then I heard from Johnny.
Mhm.
Yeah, we heard about you already. So I'm wondering, is that how everybody else hears about you? Is it through there or
Well, I have strong presence in the community.
right,
I'm an educator, so it's not like I'm just sitting in this room.
right?
We performing all over the place, and we are participants in different community fundraisers and stuff. And of course, my teachings are speak for themselves. My students speak, and I have strong presence in the social media too.
Oh,
So
right.
all of
Yes,
that helps, I think.
yes, absolutely. Now let me rewind just a bit. You were performing in you were a performer where? In San Francisco?
No, I'm performing. You're talking about my past or right now?
Both. Let's go back to your past. Where are you performing?
Okay, well, when
Yes.
I got started, it was all over the former Soviet Union.
Oh, okay. And
First,
with an orchestra?
I was part of the orchestra in the dance company. It was Dance and Choir, National Dance and Choir Company in Ukraine. And then I started perform with the music group, folk pop music group.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and also I was part of the musical theater, so we did musicals for kids. So it was
Wow.
fun.
Amazing. And I was going to ask you, and this was on in my mind, you teach instruments. Now, you also are a vocal coach as well. How did you get into that?
It was part of my training in the pedagogical university. I had to take vocal courses, and I was a vocal conductor, a choral conductor. So you have to know how to sing.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'm just using everything that I've been trained for, and I'm so grateful, and I feel so blessed because I came to a different country, um, and I did not have to change my occupation. I just continue with my passion because music, it's a universal language, and I completely agree with you that nothing is uh, accidental or coincidence. Me being trained as a professional musician meant to be.
Right, exactly. Um, the right person was picked for the right job. That's what I always like to say, and because of that, we're all benefiting from that. And I know this is a bit premature. I should say this at the end of the show, but I hope only nothing or no. I believe that you will continue to impact more and more people will find out about you as a person, as a musical teacher. Like you said, music is very powerful. Now that's one thing that everyone can connect on throughout the world, no matter what language you speak, is when you hear music, everybody can connect with that, and that's beautiful. When you hear a beautiful melody on the piano, it doesn't matter what language that melody is, everyone can relate to that. And they know, I mean, it's of course it's perspective, but they know that they hear something beautiful. So that's amazing.
Soul to the soul speaks. I
Right, right. So I know you mentioned your mentor, music teacher, that was a great influence to you. Are there any other influences like people you admire, musically that
Or absolutely in my music college. By the way, Leontovich is the composer who wrote Carol of the Bells, as it known in the US. Because when I came here, I was surprised.
right,
Hearing Carol of the Bells, because this is from the actual area where I'm from, and this is old Slavic song,
right,
when old Slavs welcoming birds after the winter. So it's about rebirth and renewing. So Americans adopted it, and every time when it's Christmas time come, I educate my students about that. So this is old Slavic song.
oh wow. See, that also adds a touch of just elevates what you do, because you tie in history into what you do, and that's what people need to understand is, you gotta reach back a little bit, learn the history of things for it to enhance the whole experience. So you musically, knowing about the history of a bit of history of music and where you come from and the composers and or whatnot, that's amazing. That lets people know how passionate you are. um,
And this is what I implement in my music lessons or my performances and stuff, because it's not about technically learn the notes or press fingers. It's all about experience something through your soul and
right,
find your passion in life. And it's not necessary that you have to be a musician. uh, you can just continue be a music appreciative person throughout the life and um, use it to your advantage.
right. So I mean, you learn music on your own, and I asked you what gave you that passion. You said when you first started learning yourself, but what gave you that passion, and how did you know that you wanted to teach other people to do music? What gave you the passion to do that?
Okay, well, I never learned music by my own. I was put in school and I was always guided.
Right.
And talking back about my first teacher, 95% of his students become professionals. So after a few years, it becomes just very simple to know that this is who I'm going to be. I'm going to
Yeah.
be a
It
musician.
came natural that,
I,
hey,
yes,
yeah.
it's become natural to me that I'll be a musician. And then after I complete my pedagogical university, even though in music college you've been taught how to teach because you have to be
Right.
taught how to do it. It's not like, oh, I took some lessons, now I'm a teacher. This is not how
Right.
it
Yeah.
works.
There's a lot more that comes. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
Me from many teachers. But anyway, and in music pedagogical university, it just give me more power to do so. Um, while back in Ukraine, I was more performing. It was fun, but then when I came here, um, that's the sign.
Right.
It was a sign for me to start teaching because people just start asking me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
See, again, that wasn't an accident,
that was not an accident. It meant to be.
meant to be again. So, the beautiful thing, and I would like to share with people, again, to show people, see what happens when you follow your passion. Opportunities just continue to present themselves, doors continue to open. And even when some doors close, don't get discouraged, because the right doors will open and opportunities as long as you're following your passion, and the right things will happen, and it'll seem like it's coincidence, but no, everything is unfolding. Like I said at the beginning of this segment, everything is unfolding perfectly. And Alina's journey is a prime example.
Thank
As yes, that's amazing. People start asking you. You didn't have to think about, do I want to teach people? No, that opportunity came, and you answered the call. You could have said no, but you were inspired to teach people. And like I said before, thankfully so.
Well,
Amen.
I have so much knowledge that I would love to share. So, and I love it. So, do everything with love and opportunity.
That's now that right there. Let's accent that. That's important. Do when you do things out of love, do everything with love, and that's powerful right there. Because I believe that too. I really do. Do things out of love, and that's why I'm. This platform here is why I'm doing it. Not because I want to be popular. That's not my main reason. I want the show to grow and people to see it, but that's not my main reason. My main reason is love for people, love for learning about other people's passions and able to applaud them and put them on a pedestal, and let them know how much I appreciate what they're doing, because the common thing um, is the people I talk to on my show, they all have different gifts and passions and talents that they are pouring out to other people, and they want to share and help other people, and that's what drives me, and that's love, for making the world a better place, enhancing the lives of other people. And that's why I know I resonate with what you're doing, because you're enhancing the lives of humanity, of other people, one student at a time. And that's amazing. And that's why I started to inquire about you, and like, I want to get Alina on the show. And I'm so thankful that it wasn't hard. You were willing. We had to reschedule, but that's no difficulty. That's part of the process. I didn't even look at it as an obstacle. I'm just grateful that you wanted to do it. And I think also it's a wonderful thing because it lets people hear your story, really get a feel for you, and to, you know, hopefully put you out there more too. Because I want people to find more people to see this video and reach out to you.
Yeah.
Now, now you do online classes as well, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
started
See,
COVID.
yeah. See that's another amazing thing about social media is that, like I told you before, I'm able to talk to people from around the world that under different circumstances I wouldn't have never met them. I've met people from the Ukraine. I've met people from several friends I have in Ireland, several friends I have in Australia, several friends I have that I'm connected with, Netherlands, um, just Istanbul, Turkey. It's just amazing, and I can just reach out to them in 1 second and get a response from them, and they live in these other countries, and I believe that's no coincidence too. Like I said, I'm so thankful that I'm able to have the energy, the love that I put out there, that people want to come from these countries and they want to talk to me. They want to be on my platform. They feel comfortable, and I'm so thankful that I have this gift to do that. And I'm so thankful, like, again, for people like you with such wonderful passions and gifts. Let's touch on one more thing. I'm not going to let it go. You were a model. So elaborate a bit on that.
Well, it was uh, at the end of the Soviet Union, let's say, that era when it was almost collapsed. So
Yes.
um, it was just the very grassroots of the movement because uh, it was something new and exciting. I was at the time already have established job and I was traveling a lot, but I was happy on my free time to dedicate myself to the shows and stuff. It was fun. Sometimes I was even a playing model. I just had my violin with me, you know, wearing beautiful dress, extra
Right.
fancy hair, and just be a model that also has a talent.
Right. That's amazing.
That was
Yeah,
fun. That was so much fun.
right. And it just seems like things have unfolded for you. Um, and I'm not trying to say that you have not went through any challenges and adversities, but that's not what we're here to really focus on. But from where what I've gathered, you've been blessed and fortunate enough to use uh, a lot of your natural gifts, you know, and just flowing with that. So that's amazing. So back to the your amazing music. What is your favorite music that to teach, and what is your favorite music as a woman? What music do you like? What music inspires you the most? I mean, maybe it's a bit of everything, but what is the main style and composers, artists that you like?
Okay. Well, as any music teacher, I will tell you that my my favorite music is silence. That's when you recharge, renew, and prepare your new projects and get your new inspiration. And
Wow.
I love, I love silence, especially in the nature. You know, when you go
Wow.
in the national park or forest or just next to the lake, and this is where you suck in that. So the music of nature, the music of universe, whoever you want to call it, this is what speaks to me most.
Wow. Powerful. Wow. So, phew, that right there, I mean, that's so amazing. My favorite music is, I'm gonna have to use that. So if I do, I will give you credit. Um, that's amazing. So back to your write up. What instruments all do you teach, and what instruments do you know?
Okay. So I teach violin, I teach piano, and I teach voice. You see
Voice.
up
Okay.
behind me, this is my instrument, this is what I am learning at the moment.
Wow. So let me
Yeah,
stop you. Let me
yeah.
stop you there.
Okay.
You are already uh, an amazing pianist, amazing violinist, yet you want to learn more. And now your latest passion is the beautiful harp. Wow. Are you teaching yourself that instrument?
No, I'm taking professional lessons.
Wow.
I
You
don't
see,
I don't want anything to go wrong. I want it to be right. So
wow. See,
I'm a teacher.
this is amazing because you are a teacher,
Yeah.
yet you still are aligning yourself in a position to continuously be a student and learn. And that sends out an amazing message, not only to yourself, but to other people, is that no matter what we've learned, no matter what we know, no matter if we're a teacher, but we're always a student and learning more. And that is amazing that you still have this passion um, for learning and learning more uh, within your passions. This instrument. What caused you to want to learn the harp? Is it something that you just always thought was beautiful?
I always thought, wow, how people play the harp, because people ask me, how do you play violin? There is no frets, right?
Right.
So I was always wondering, how is it to play hard? Because strings look almost the same. How do you know which one to pluck in? So that was, I was always mesmerized by harp. So finally,
Wow.
I got to learn it. Yes, I'm very excited. And to continue about learning, always learn is my motto, as well as um, my other motto is from one of my favorite Russian writers, Anton Chekhov. He said, in the person, everything should be beautiful. Soul, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and clothes. So I'm
Wow.
living up to that.
You see, and you know, a lot of these things, these beautiful references that you've made, as far as what you just said there, and about the heart, and about things not being coincidental, about purpose, things happening on purpose. See, this is why I know that if you think about it, all these put together, all these things that you said, these wonderful analogies and whatnot, is why we are here speaking with each other, because I resonate with that, what you said. And that's part of what I put out there to people, exactly in a different way, but that's exactly what I put out there to people, about the heart and about things happening and unfolding on purpose, and about being a student and a teacher. And that's why it's no coincidence that you and I are talking here today on this show. And it's amazing. So
Thank
is that, back to the harp, is it thus far, have you found it is have you found it difficult, or is it exactly how you thought it would be? Is it?
It's challenging. It's definitely something that I'm learning new skills. And by learning new skills, I'm not talking only about harp, because when I learn or graduated from all my schools quite a while ago, things have been changing. So I constantly upgrade my knowledge. I constantly take classes if I go on my vacation to Europe. I always make sure that I visit some seminars and workshops, and yes, so I always up to date, as I tell my students, because I want to be to them as my teachers were to me, always an inspiration. Because
Wow.
um, and COVID, in a way, been a blessing, because all these classes right now you can take online. So at night, when Europe is awake and alive, I'm studying. So
Wow,
bring
that is
something
amazing.
to my students. Yes, sometimes they ask me, Selena, how are you? I said, I'm a little sleep deprived, but this is what I learned. Look.
Wow, and it's amazing. And I have to connect again with you on something you just said, that because of this COVID, now of course, you know, anyone that has, lost their lives or getting sick, we don't want that. But at the same time, because of this, it's been an opportunity for me as well. And that's how this show has came about, because of COVID. And it has steered me to talk to more people right here online all around the world. It motivated me to do that, and then motivated me to put a show together. So now, even when COVID is over, look what came about. I'm talking to beautiful people with beautiful passions, such as yourself, Alina, and I'm so grateful. So that also teaches you something, that even when things look um,
Glue.
bad, or the adversity, you can always, if you look hard enough, you can find a lesson, and you can pull something good out of it, even if it doesn't look like that at first. So amazing. So what I want to ask, before we go, is how can people find you? Of course, I'm just asking so you can say it verbally, but of course, when this segment is completed and uploaded, I will put all of your the contacts and your website and everything, and attach it to it. but I just want you to tell people right here, for those that may not scroll down and get it and miss it, how can people find you? How can they find you if they're looking for the most amazing piano teacher, the most amazing violin teacher in the world? How can they find you?
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. Well, like I said, I have strong presence on the social media, Alina's Music Studio, as well as on Instagram, Alina's Music Studio, and as well as on YouTube, Alina's Music Studio.
Alina's Music Studio. You guys, everyone, you find her, just listen. And you have a few videos that Johnny shot. How can people watch those? Are those on YouTube as well?
Yes, I have separate channel for that. It's called Empiriani. That's the name of our group.
Yes, I want that link too. If you can message me that link so that I can put that into the write-up as well. I don't think you sent me that link, or maybe you did. I have to go back and look, but I want to see that. And then Johnny mentioned also, Johnny, by the way, is a mutual friend of ours, everybody. And he's an amazing, amazing guy. Very, very a great energy and just a nice person, genuinely nice and passionate person. And he also has is a photographer and a videographer. Very amazing person. Um, and he shot a couple of my videos on my channel. So, and I want to get him on this show too, as well, and let him advertise and put out there what he does, and so that people can connect with him. But back to you. So yeah, I want that link so that people can watch those videos, because that one video I saw and you guys were up in the hills, and that's beautiful. And then listening to the music, oh wow, I want people to see that and experience that. So before we go, is there any last concluding words you would like to say?
Um, well, I would like to thank you for inviting me to be your guest on your wonderful show. And I just want to say, inspired by being an example. Don't because people don't follow the words; they see what you're doing, and then they understand and follow you. So
Wow.
that's what I've been doing.
Wow. Basically, lead by example.
Lead by
And
example. That's right. Thank you for putting it in proper English.
yes, and follow your own words. Don't just, people don't just listen to what you say. They look at what you do. So
Yes,
that's absolutely true.
my
That's
oldest
absolutely
student is 79, so it's never late to learn. And I'm just blessed with all my students, and I'm extremely grateful.
right. And I'm so grateful to, again, Alina, to have you here. And I appreciate and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you and taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you're such a busy person with your family, with your music, learning music and teaching music. And this, I just want to let you know that I'm not just saying this, I really appreciate you coming on here and talking to me for a moment and making um, time in your schedule to speak with me. I appreciate that from the heart. And I'm so glad, and I cannot wait. I can wait, but I'm eagerly anticipating this segment to go live, because I want people to see, more people to see and know you and reach out to you. And like I said, um, for your passion to continue to grow unlimited. So I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching, and love and appreciation to everybody. I hope I know that you're going to enjoy this. How could you not enjoy such a wonderful, beautiful person that is giving us the gift of music? Thank you very much. Enlighten, empowered, evolve. Peace.